Hello, my name is Masha and welcome to another Not With Me video. If this is your first time on a Not With Me video, then be warned that this isn't a tutorial. I will not be teaching you how to make this bracelet. I'm simply showing you how I made it. I made this bracelet and I recorded it from start to finish, and then I sped up all the footage into a nice time lapse. So you're watching this in roughly around 12 minutes time. This actually took me over 5 hours to make, so good for you that you're watching this super quickly. This was a really fun bracelet to make. This bracelet has also been on my to-dos for a really long time, and I finally did it. I have mixed feelings on it. I like this bracelet in general. I love the pattern. I really genuinely love the pattern, and I do like how it turned out. I wish I did something different with the colors though. I like this red, the one that I just sort of put into the bracelet. That was my favorite red from this bracelet, and there were 3 different shades of red here in total. And I had hoped that this red would be sort of the focus of the bracelet and the main part of the rose itself, but it didn't turn out that way. There were 3 different shades of red, and as we're going to continue seeing here, this pink one is what ended up being sort of the main red, I guess, or I guess pink in this case. The 3 shades of red, one of which is sort of for the flower itself, one of which is for the inside of the flower. There's this darker shade that we see now. This shade was for the inside, and I actually like that one as well. And then we've got the sort of the red that I liked here for the outline. Well, it's not really the outline, it's like for the outer petals of the rose, I guess. So there's 3 different shades for that. And individually, I like these colors a lot, and I actually still even like these colors together. I don't know, I really wanted that middle red to be sort of the focus of the bracelet just because I really loved it. And I wanted it to be the focus of the bracelet, but it didn't work. There's a bunch of different variations on that pattern with people suggesting sort of different color options for different types of roses, but everyone agrees that the darker color should be in the center. And the lightest color should be sort of the main bit, and then the third middle color should be on the outside. And I tried playing around with it in my, on Bracelet Book myself, like adding a variation myself and trying to choose different colors and see how it would look. And yeah, it looks weird if you do it a different way. I wanted to sort of, originally I thought maybe, why don't I try the darkest color to be sort of the outside petals here, and then the red that I actually wanted would be the main color, and then the pink would be the bit in the middle. I tried that, I played around with it, and a bunch of different other variations that I could think of, and they just didn't look good, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go for it. And I like all of these colors individually, I like them together, but for some reason they don't quite work for me in this bracelet. But you know what, I like the pattern enough that I still, obviously, you know, I saw how it looked from the first one, but I still decided to make it, with some mistakes as we see here. But yeah, I ended up making it anyway, and I do like the result. I just wish that there was something different in the colors there. I also started to notice that I'm kind of running out of strings, which is a really weird concept to me because I didn't think that I would for a really long time. I have a lot of strings. I consistently buy more strings to sort of keep up with the amount of bracelets that I'm making. And the reason I have a lot of strings is because I want to have a lot of string variety. In colors specifically, I want to have a lot of color variety, so I'm able to create pretty much any bracelet that I want, so I can just look at a pattern and decide, okay, I'm going to make this, and just make it because I have the colors. But I also want to have multiples of, if not each color, then at least the colors that I use most frequently, because I make a lot of alphas, and in order to make alphas specifically, with normal patterns less so, but with alphas specifically, you need multiples of a single color, because if you're using that for a background, like I am here with the yellow, I wanted to use this yellow in the background of another bracelet that I was making after, but then I just ran out, and I just don't have that yellow anymore, so, and then I noticed that when I was picking out the colors for the roses as well, I didn't have as much color variety as I thought I would. Like, it took me a while to pick out the colors for the roses, and I didn't think that it would, because I just had gotten so kind of spoiled and used to the fact that I have a bunch of strings. So I need to top up my collection of strings for sure. I usually only do that whenever I go to Russia because the strings are very, very cheap there in comparison to London, where I live. And so whenever I go visit family back there, I, go to the store and buy a bunch of string. But I haven't been there in a really long time, and, I am planning on going this year again to see everyone, but that's a while away, so maybe I will actually buy some strings in the UK this time, so we'll see. But yeah, you might have heard me talk about already in previous videos, I'm currently pre-filming a bunch. I'm trying this new strategy where I am filming in advance specifically to cover the summer, really. I want to get ahead of the game. I know that the summer is when people watch bracelet videos the most. That's when people make the most bracelets, so I want to get ahead of the game specifically with tutorials, but also with videos in general. So I've been on a crunch pre-filming like crazy for the past probably month at this point, and it's actually been going really well. But with that as well, I've started to notice that I'm running out of strings. It's not just this bracelet. There's been several bracelets where I've encountered the problem that I actually don't have as much strings as I require. This yellow, for example, as I said, I wanted to use that in a different bracelet. There was this bracelet collection that I'm planning on doing that has a bunch of different colors in it. And I don't have the colors. I'm run out of pastels completely. I don't have any pastels apart from maybe pinks. Well, I had a little bit of yellow, but I don't anymore. I don't have any pastel blue. I don't have any pastel purple. I don't have any pastel like oranges and stuff. I really wanted to do that in like a peachy kind of tone. I just don't have those colors anymore, so I really need to top up. But yeah, pre-filming in general has been going really well. I am roughly 10 videos ahead at the minute. I would probably say more. There is, in total, I have planned out roughly 30 videos, which sounds like a lot, and it is a lot. It definitely is a lot. I have fully completed, I think, 10. Another roughly 10 are in the works at various stages of development, that being, probably filmed, or at least, I was gonna say probably like starting to edit or at least filmed, but some of them are also just like in the first stages of, I've cut the strings for it, I've planned what I'm gonna do, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, no, it's been going really well and I'm actually really enjoying it, and hopefully it works out completely. My plan is to, I have a set number of videos that I want to do for the summer, and when I say the summer, I am specifically counting pretty much from now up until the end of August, the last week of August, and I'm trying to get at least one video a week to be done, to be completely solid for that time. And then if I'm able to do that, I will add on more on top of that, because ideally I would want to have more than one video a week during the summer. But I'm trying to get at least one a week done right now, and then if I'm successful, obviously I have a lot of time until the last week of August, right? Like I'm currently recording this at the end of February. There's a lot of time, so I will hopefully use that time to make more videos, but we will see. The reason I'm doing this is, first of all, that I want to get ahead of the summer, and also I'm doing quite a lot of traveling, hopefully. At least I have plans for quite a lot of traveling throughout the year. So yeah, it's all really exciting. I am actually doing a little bit of traveling now. In fact, you are watching this video probably while I am away. I am going to visit my sister again, and I'm really excited. I'm gonna see my niece and my sister. It's my niece's first birthday. She's gonna be 1. That's crazy to me, but I'm so excited. I'm going just for a week this time. Not for too long, but a week is also a very nice time. I am going to be working from there though, so it's not like it's going to be like a full vacation. But yeah, no, it's going to be good. Her birthday falls on a weekend though, so don't have to take an extra day off for that as well. So it's fully working. I'm just taking like a half day off to actually travel there. So I'm very excited for that. She's gonna be 1. I cannot believe that. I actually am really happy that we were able to see each other as much as we did throughout her first year of life, because historically speaking, my sister has been living in the Czech Republic. Oh, it's gonna be 5 years this year, actually. I was gonna say not that long, but it has been a while. And this past year, like calendar year, from like March to March, I'd say, has been probably the most I've visited her, probably because my niece was born. And not really through my own will. I had wanted to visit her before, but obviously, you know, I couldn't because COVID. And before then I couldn't because I was, well, broke, honestly, and I was just a student and I just couldn't fly to the Czech Republic all the time. I visited her a couple of times, but I didn't go as frequently as I do now. But this first year of my niece's life, we actually got to see each other quite often. We saw each other first when she was a month old. I went to visit. Then I think I went to visit another time when she was like 3 months old. And then we actually both met in Russia. My sister, obviously our parents live there. It's a whole thing, you know, we went to visit family. We met there and it was all of us together for the first time since my wedding, which was also 5 years ago at this point. So we hadn't seen each other all together in like 4 years at that point. And obviously the baby was there, so everyone got to meet the baby and it was a lovely time. Then we saw each other again because we went on vacation together. We went on holiday to Spain. It was my first time in Spain, which was really lovely. And so yeah, me, my sister, my niece and her husband were there all together. Then what else happened? I visited them again for Christmas and New Year. I visited them again for Christmas and New Year. And now I'm going again. So this has been the most I've seen my sister in a single calendar year since we stopped living together. So it's actually been really exciting, and I've seen my niece a bunch as well. So it's all that's all been going really great, and I'm really excited to go see them again. And yeah, because COVID, obviously, I wasn't able to travel as much as I had hoped. She was getting married to her husband twice, actually. Once they were meant to get married in 2020, but then they didn't. They just sort of signed papers, well, kind of like a courthouse wedding style, because obviously they couldn't have like a proper wedding, and then they had a proper wedding in 2021, both of which I missed, which was really sad. I had really hoped to go to both of those, but both of those I missed because I just couldn't fly. I was not allowed. So anyway, that being said, I'm kind of making up for it this year, and I'm really excited. But yeah, this bracelet is turning out really beautifully. You can see those tiny little green strings there. Oh my god. That's actually kind of funny. I think I replaced it at the end. I like knotting with tiny strings. Oh, I guess I didn't replace it. Yeah, that was the end of it. I like knotting with tiny strings because, you know, it's just such an efficient use of string. Like, whenever I have one knot or something to make, I just cut a tiny, tiny piece of string and just use that. But yeah, this is how the bracelet turned out in the end. It is absolutely beautiful. As I said, I am kind of conflicted about the colors. I don't think that these are the best colors that I could have chosen, but at the same time, they're not the worst possible colors either. You know, it turned out the way it turned out. I am quite happy with it, and I'm really glad that I made this pattern. It's a beautiful, beautiful pattern. That pattern is linked in the description in case you also want to make it. Quick reminder that my book, The Beginner's Guide to Friendship Bracelets, which is a collection of photo tutorials for beginners, is now out worldwide. You can purchase it anywhere you typically buy books, but there's also a direct link in the description. Before I go, I also want to give a special shout out to my patrons and especially my top supporters. It is with your support that I'm able to create the videos that I do on this channel, so thank you so much. If you also want to become a patron and support the work that I do here, the link to that is in the description. But in any case, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. It was nice to hang out with you. Thank you for coming, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!